What's up, you guys? I'm Patrick of CoasterFanatics. It's August 15th, and Canada's Wonderland just announced their brand new B&M dive coaster for 2019. It's called Yukon Striker. I'm going to play the POV for you guys right now and give my full review at the end. I hope you all enjoy. Alright, first things first, let's talk about the stats. Now, they didn't reveal the height of the lift hill, unfortunately, but we do know that the drop will be 245 feet, which includes the underwater tunnel. The tunnel is roughly 20 feet underground, so we can assume that the height of the lift hill is around 225 feet, more or less anyways. Yukon Striker will have a top speed of 80 miles per hour and will feature 4 inversions on its 3,625 feet of track, for a total ride time of 3 minutes and 25 seconds. These stats will make Yukon Striker the tallest, longest, and fastest dive coaster in the world. Now let's compare these stats to the previous record holder, Valravn. This coaster has a max height of 223 feet, with a drop of 214 feet, and a top speed of 75 miles per hour. Valravn features 3 inversions on its 3,415 feet of track for a total ride time of about 3 minutes as well. So as you guys can see, Yukon Striker destroys all of Valravn's records. Although the max height is questionable since we don't know the height of the lift hill or the depth of the tunnel at this point. Canada's Wonderland is claiming that it will be the tallest dive coaster in the world. The thing is that the tunnel doesn't add to its max height. It just adds to its drop, which is 245 feet. Maybe it is taller than Valravn and maybe it's not. We won't know until we find out the height of the lift hill. Maybe they should be claiming that it has the longest drop on a dive coaster instead of being the tallest. It's not a big deal, but it's just something I wanted to point out. Either way, there's no doubt that they are very close on the max height. When Valravn opened, it claimed the record for the most inversions on a dive coaster with 3. Yukon Striker will have 4, so I'm not sure why Canada's Wonderland isn't claiming the inversion record as well. I find that very interesting and kind of a head scratcher that they aren't claiming it. Okay, now let's break down this POV. The ride starts off like a traditional dive coaster. You hang over the side for about 3 seconds before diving 90 degrees straight down for the main drop. Just before the train starts to creep over the side, you get a really nice view of their wind seeker, which is nearly level with the main drop on the dive coaster. As you lean over the side, you get a great look at the tunnel, which is placed right in the middle of the helix on their aero-suspended coaster known as Vortex. The train releases and you dive straight down into the underground tunnel. On exit, you go straight up into the first inversion, which is a massive Intamin loop. You dive down again before going back up into a huge zero-G roll. From there, the ride gets interesting. After the zero-G roll, you hit the third inversion, which is a vertical loop. This one, I must say, looks awesome and is the first of its kind on a dive coaster. The fourth and final inversion is another Intamin loop that leads right into the mid-course brake run. The ride ends as you dive down into a small airtime hill, and then a helix that leads into the final brake run. So here's my final thoughts on Yukon Striker. Although the ride isn't a giga like a lot of people were predicting, the ride still looks awesome. In fact, if the ride paces well, I'd say it definitely takes the crown for the best dive coaster in the world. The beginning of the ride looks fantastic with its massive drop and quick inversions. You never see 4 inversions before the mid-course brake run on a dive coaster. Because of this, the ride should feel a lot faster than the other dive coasters out there. Now the second half has me scratching my head a little since it ends with an airtime hill and a helix right before the brake run. I personally would have went all out with a 5th inversion. Maybe an airtime hill and an inline twist into the final brake run. Kinda similar to Thunderbird at Holiday World. Despite the weak ending, this ride still looks great. The people of Canada should be proud that they are getting this massive record-breaking dive coaster. It's not every day you break Cedar Point records, so they should definitely pat themselves on the back. Yukon Striker has a nice color scheme, great logo, and a unique layout. All of this makes me even more excited to visit Canada's Wonderland for the first time in April 2019. Now I want to hear what you guys think about Yukon Striker. Please leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. If you're new around here, hit that CoasterFanatics icon and subscribe to stay updated on all things roller coaster. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Patrick of CoasterFanatics, and I'll catch you all in the next video very, very soon.